This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome into the show, everybody. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My name is Mark Farzetta. Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day for your Locked On Phillies daily podcast needs. What a big league debut for Mick Abel. Absolutely incredible. 6 scoreless, as you well know, 9 strikeouts, as you well know by now, and also tying a record from 1947. Oh, my goodness. Curt Simmons, 3-time All-Star, a World Series champion with the Cardinals. And he goes out there, and Mick Abel ties that record, 9 strikeouts in a Major League debut. We'll let you go back in time. We're going to go back in time, ladies and gentlemen, to 1947 and see how the starts compare. We'll break it all down. The only RBI of the game comes from Brandon Marsh. Yes, there was one part of this game that was really grinded my gears, and that comes from Rob Thompson, but it turned out to actually pay off for the Phils. So much to get into when you talk about this. For a 1-0 game, there might be more talking points than anyone would ever imagine. But anyway, welcome in. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. It is fantastic to talk about this type of game. Let's jump right to it with our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
This one's a bit of a no-brainer, as you would assume. Mick Abel, the player of the game, not only 6 scoreless innings in his big league debut, but also the extra added pleasure of picking up his first major league win. 1 for 1. And before I go into just praising Mick Abel for everything that he was able to do today, Rafael Marchand behind the dish tonight, this afternoon, awesome job. Awesome job by Rafael Marchand. I questioned the move ahead of time, saying, well, why not have JT Realmuto catching him? Don't you want to put the guy in the best possible position to have success? And yes, there's a relationship there between him and Marchand, but if I'm in the big league level, I want a big league catcher. It didn't matter. That went out the window, and Rafael Marchand did a great job today. But the guy executing the pitches was fantastic, and that was Mick Abel today. The changeup, or excuse me, the curveball, excuse me, the curveball was something absolutely dominant today. 5 of the 9 strikeouts coming by way of the curve. He was also able to pop the mid at 99 miles per hour in that first inning. If you remember during yesterday's show, I told you this guy averages between about a 95, 96, maybe 97 mile per hour fastball. I believe I gave him 98 miles per hour. We might see 98 miles per hour because of the adrenaline in his big league debut. Yeah, he said the heck with that. He went 99, Ben. He went 99 in the first inning today, and it was just humming, man. It was humming. 15 pitches in that first inning, strikes out the first batter he faces at the big league level, and that's where he got a 99 mile per hour fastball across the plate, and then he got the punch out on the curveball, which was pretty damn impressive. McCutchen got the hit off in the first inning, no problem. Settled in right after that, a 3-pitch punch out of Reynolds. That one looking at a curveball away. Again, the curveball, twice in that inning he uses it. He gets into a first and second, 2-out situation, and he gets Hayes to ground out in the 6-4 fashion for the 6-4 fielder's choice. And just like that, again, 15 pitches later, Mick Abel was donezo in that first inning. Second inning, strikes out the side. He strikes out the side. He gets Canario to strike out on the slider away. That was a great pitch. 3 pitches there. Frazier strikes out on the fastball that was up and in. And then Kiner Falefa strikes out on the curveball also on 3 pitches. That's an 11-pitch inning for him. Third inning is the last time he ever got into trouble. It was a first and third 2-out situation, and he was able to get Horwitz to ground out to second base to end that threat. He got on the top, a high fastball in the zone, and was able to get out of that little bit of a jam there in that third inning. And then he was more or less on cruise control. How about this? At one point, it was Frazier in the 4th inning that actually ran him up for an 11-pitch at bat. An 11-pitch at bat. He got him to fly out to left field. And that was it. Even with an 11-pitch at bat in that 4th inning, he still only had 16 pitches in that inning. I will take that every day of the week. The Phillies finally get him some run support. We'll get to that in a second in the 5th inning, but the top half of that inning, he's at 58 pitches at the start of the 5th inning. He throws 16 pitches in total. It should be 14 pitches in total, including getting yet another strikeout. This one also on a curveball away on Cruz. It was a masterful performance. There's really no other way to look at it when you talk about what he was able to bring to the table for the Phils. It was perfect. I mean, you could talk about 5 hits, but I believe that's a little nitpicky. No walks, 9 strikeouts, 84 pitches in his big league debut. His final inning, by the way, that's 6th inning. Another quick inning for him, 1-2-3 as a matter of fact. Strikes out McCutcheon again, this time looking at the fastball. 3-2 pitch down and in. Then he goes up there against Reynolds, get him to ground out to second base. Horwitz flies out to center field. A 12-pitch inning. Now, the 6th inning, this is where you have some controversy. This is where you have some things that could grind my gears, okay? Matter of fact, it does grind my gears. It would grind my gears even more if the Phillies went on to lose this game. But this is where I'm arguing philosophy and not result. Because the result, it worked out. Despite Orion Kerkering's best efforts, it worked out. There is no way I am pulling Mick Abel after 6 scoreless innings and 84 pitches when he just had a 12-pitch inning. There is no way, especially in light of the news that Jose Alvarado has been suspended for 80 games. I am not thinking to myself, oh, look, my starting pitcher is humming along here. Let me get to the bullpen as fast as possible. That does not cross my mind. Nor does it cross my mind to see a starting pitcher who threw 84 pitches in this game, has shown no signs of slowing down, and he's going to face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the next lineup or the next inning. There's no way I'm pulling him out of that game. He's pitching in that game if I'm the skipper of the Philadelphia Phillies. Rob Thompson said, hey, let's just quit while we're ahead, eh? Let's quit while we're ahead. And he quit while he was ahead, and it almost came back to bite him in the behind, but fortunately it did not, especially with Skeens going the complete game there for the Pirates. So, look, I would not have pulled him. Abel is coming off his last start in the minor leagues, where he threw 96 pitches. So I'm at least letting him go out there and get that last inning. I am not erring on the side of caution. I'm not erring on the side of quitting while I'm ahead. And I'm sure as hell not erring on the side of, you did your job. You did your job. 6 innings, you did your job. Well, then he did his job at 5 innings. He did his job at 5 innings. Why not pull him then? Have him feel real good about 5 innings. Then that way you know he doesn't have to face the middle of the order. Pull him at 5 innings then. Oh, he did his job. He did his job thing is just like, oh, thanks. Okay. So you punched your ticket. You punched out. And now you just go back to the minors. He definitely had one more inning in him. I would have left him in. Although, saying that, this is what I would have done versus what the Phillies did versus what Rob Thompson did. I tweeted at the time, I posted on X at the time, that I said, there's no way he pulls Abel at 84 pitches, right? After 6 scoreless, 84 pitches, there's no way he pulls him, right? I knew he was going to pull him. I absolutely knew he was going to pull him because that's what Rob Thompson does. Usually that's what he does. Although he has gone away from that with other pitchers, but usually, especially if you're talking about young guys, I want him to feel good. I want him to just make it feel like he's gone out there. He did something good. He got 5 innings. He got 6 innings. Fine. Just get him out of there. Even though the pitch count says that he could go maybe one more inning. Rob Thompson decided to pull him. Decided in essence to quit while he was ahead and send him back on down to AAA with 6 scoreless in his back pocket and a major league ERA of 0.00. I don't know where you guys are at on this. That's where I'm at on it. I would not have pulled him. I would have given him one more inning. There is no way I would have said, oh, yeah, we just lost Jose Alvarado. Come on in, bullpen. No, thanks. Now, again, it ended up working out. I'm not arguing the result. The result was good. The Phillies won 1-0. The bullpen did not allow a run, again, despite Orion Kerkering's best efforts. I'm arguing philosophy, not result. Now, I did ask this question on X, by the way, and this is when it was at 234 people actually voting on it here. Do you agree with Rob Thompson's move to pull Mick Abel after 6 scoreless, 0 runs, 9 strikeouts, 84 pitches? And we are a divided nation, people. We are a divided nation. Essentially 50-50 with a slight edge, 50.9% going to yes, I agree with Rob Thompson's horrible decision. Sorry, that was an editorial there, my own editorial, to pull Mick Abel. So you guys let me know where you guys are at. I did mention the bullpen. These are the guys that ended up picking up for him there after Abel 6 scoreless. Kirkering, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. This box score makes it seem like it was an easy inning. It was not. Matt Strahm, perfect in his inning of work today. Jordan Romano was great. He was great. Deborah's doing backflips over how great Jordan Romano was today. Everybody loves Jordan. That's what he was able to bring to the table. So you love that for the Phillies bullpen today. In total, 125 pitches, way to go. All right, so 3 big things. Number 1, Mick Abel, obviously. Number 2, I guess you could tag on the question I asked there of Rob Thompson. You could do that. But another thing I want to get into here is the 5th inning. Nick Castellanos, I had a feeling it was going to be a 1-run game. I think most people in a pitcher's duel, when it's 0-0 going into the 5th inning, you're thinking, all right, could it be that one mistake that somebody's just able to put good wood on a fastball and it goes 420 feet because it was just a good swing on a hard pitch, that kind of thing. I was waiting for that. I was obviously looking at Kyle Schwarber to see if he was going to do it, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, even Trey Turner, who was going to be the guy to come up with the big hit. There was no real big hit today. The biggest hit, actually, was Max Kepler in that 5th inning. Now, by today's scoring standards, the leadoff infield single by Nick Castellanos was just that, a single, and not an E5 on Hayes, who had 2 misplays on 1. Okay? The way this 5th inning went for the Phillies was Skeens was at 58 pitches. So, again, at the start of that inning, 58 pitches for Abel, 51 pitches for Skeens. Skeens goes up there and gives a splitter low and inside to Nick Castellanos. He just gets enough of the barrel of the bat on it to ground at the third base. Haynes not only boots it, but in effort of trying to gather, he blocks Kiner Falafel, the shortstop, from getting to the ball. If Kiner Falafel could get to it, Nick Castellanos is going to get thrown out at first. He couldn't get to it. So now you got a leadoff base runner. Okay. I like where this is going. Next up, Max Kepler. Now, in case you haven't been following, Max Kepler has been terrible as of late. But Max Kepler goes up there. He gets, I believe it was a fastball. I believe it was a fastball, low and away, if I'm not mistaken. And he puts it in the right center field. He gets a single. Castellanos going like it's nobody's business. He makes it to third. So he got first and third, nobody out of Paul Skeens. All right, let's make something happen here. Bohm just misses what would have been a sac fly, RBI. He flies out to shallow center field. No chance you're sending Castellanos on that. Despite what he did on the first to third run there, there's no way he is scoring on O'Neill on a shallow hit ball to center field. So rightfully so, they hold him at third base. Marsh then steps up, puts a grounder up the middle. He just barely beats it out. Would have been an inning-ending double play, wasting a leadoff single, wasting a runner on third with nobody out. But Marsh gets just enough of it and then barely beats out the throw to cancel out the double play. Now there's 2 outs. A run crosses the plate with Castellanos scoring. And Marsh, I'm telling you, just squeaks in there. Safe at first base. Bottom line, a run scores. Phillies are leading 1-0. Rafael Marchand then goes down like a sack of potatoes, swinging at a changeup. And I don't blame him for that because Skeens is good at everything that he throws. All right. So that was the 1 run the Phillies got. That was the 1 run in the ball game, obviously. Phillies win that one 1-0. That's how that one breaks down. Phillies after that, really nothing much going for them offensively. Defensively speaking, 7th inning, Orion Kirkering there. This is where we'll get into the third thing. Orion Kirkering making it interesting. After I roll my eyes at the idea of Mick Abel being taken out of the game, Orion Kirkering's in to make you feel, unfortunately, right that you should not have taken Mick Abel out of the game. He was certainly able to go 7 innings in this game today, but Rob Thompson decided against it. Hayes walks. Canario reaches on a single. Frazier grounds out on the 1-5 fielder's choice. Bohm, great job holding the bag on that. And then you get the double play, the 1-4-3 double play to get out of that inning. Whew! I think I could join. Let's see. We could join Mr. and Mrs. Abel in the stands. We could join the Abel family as in its entirety. His high school coach who was in the stands today. We could join Mick Abel himself. We could join the Phillies. We could join Rob Thompson. We could join Dave Dombrowski. Did I say all the Delaware Valley? And all the Delaware Valley with a collective whew, after that 1-4-3 double play. The eighth inning, Matt Strom on a mission. Jordan Romano also on a mission. It was a thing of beauty. It was a thing of beauty to see the Phillies close out this one. As far as as far as the turning point of this game,
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
No doubt in my mind that the turning point in this game came in that fifth inning when the Phillies were able to get that run, courtesy of Brandon Marsh's RBI ground out. Good hustle to him. When we come back, we will talk about what you'll be talking about tomorrow. That's when we return on Locked On Phillies podcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. I want to take a minute here. People, and talk about not just good pistachios, not just average pistachios, but wonderful pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein, and Wonderful Pistachios will provide it. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts available. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, love the no-shell variety because sometimes I don't have time to crack those nuts open. You know what I'm saying? Just get right to it. It's perfect grab-and-go snack for the busy days, whether I'm snacking at the desk or on the road, whatever it might be. A little landscaping this time of year. I need that protein. How about this? The fact that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein providing 9 essential amino acids. No shells also with Wonderful Pistachios for that grab-and-go sense of a snack. It's fantastic. Also satisfy. If you want that satisfying crack, you can also get the shell variety as well. So get snacking and maybe get cracking with a snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. That's wonderfulpistachios.com. FanDuel, NBA playoffs, conference finals, knocking on the door, people. Everything's in full swing. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in all the games, whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever the case might be. FanDuel, before the tip-off, player props, performance trends, same-game parlays, fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. Oh, it is amazing. Which players are showing up to the biggest moments in the biggest moments? That's FanDuel. Make sure you take advantage of it. Also, odds like $200 in bonus bets when it comes to FanDuel. That's all you got to do is win your first $5 bet, $200 in bonus bets. Boom, just like that. If you're new to FanDuel, once again, it's the perfect time to sign up because you can head to FanDuel.com, place your first $5 bet, and if it wins, $200 in bonus bets from the amazing people at FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com to get started. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. I mentioned earlier we're going to get to Curt Simmons' line from his Major League start. Now, take a look at Mick Abel here at the top of the screen. 6 innings, 5 hits, 0 runs, 9 strikeouts. That's the record. 9 strikeouts in a Major League debut by a Phillies pitcher. Mick Abel did that today. Curt Simmons did that back in 1947. Back in 1947, Curt Simmons went 9 innings, striking out 9, and also walking 6. That was a real humdinger. Also allowed 1 run on 5 hits. Ooh, Nelly. That's what Curt Simmons did back in 1947. 9 innings. Now I'll say this. Curt Simmons, all right, Mick Abel, 23 years old. Curt Simmons, 18 years. He was 18 years old in 1947. He's an 18-year-old kid out there dealing, Beb. Dealing. All right, now let's get to what you'll be talking about tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
You're going to be talking about the fact that Mick Abel was absolutely magic. And unfortunately, you're going to be talking about Jose Alvarado being suspended for 80 games and now ineligible to pitch in the postseason for the Phillies. Scary! That's what you'll be talking about tomorrow, most likely. those aren't fun topics. One is a fun topic. That's a lot of fun, actually, Mick Abel. The other, not so much. You'll be talking about who the Phillies could possibly be getting in a trade, who they'd be trading. Look, nobody's trading Mick Abel. Nobody's looking to trade him right now. You're going to be looking for bullpen help. But first, the problem needs to be solved by the guys that are in that bullpen now. I know that's exactly what you didn't want to hear. Here's where I feel good. Jordan Romano is so on top of his game right now. Tanner Banks had been on top of his game and then was not last night at all when he gave up the 2-run home run to Reynolds. That wasn't a great feeling. And then Matt Strahm needs to be every ounce of the guy that he can be. He has struggled. He's been inconsistent this year. It was great to see him go out there today and work with such great efficiency and accuracy, I might add, with the way he was pitching in that 8th inning today. So I'd love to see that for him. But Romano and Strahm got to be studs for you. Taijuan Walker has to be a stud for you. Not a lefty, but he has to be a stud for you. That's who you got to rely on. You got lefties in the bullpen right now, and Tanner Banks and Matt Strahm, they have to step up. One thing I will say about Strahm's performance, particularly today, and even Jordan Romano today, he kept doing what he was doing. But you got to have some sense of not even urgency, but responsibility if you're a relief pitcher going in to take over for what could be the first big league win in the big league debut for Mick Abel. I have no doubt in my mind that Orion Kerkering had that on his mind. I have no doubt in my mind that Matt Strahm had that on his mind. And I have no doubt whatsoever that that Jordan Romano had that on his mind as well. So I love that they went in there. Orion Kerkering got ground balls, I guess, when he needed ground balls. But yeah, that's scary. You'd have to think that was on their mind, that they're playing with this guy's history. And they went out there and, for the most part, executed. So good for them. Let's get into the chat check and see. I didn't even look at the lineup tonight, by the way. Lineup sparse. Just 3 hits for the Phillies in total in the ball game. Nick Castellanos with that hit. Harper came up with a hit. Good to see him get a hit, by the way, especially off Paul Skeens. Another bloop single into right center field. More center field, I guess. And Brandon Marsh did not get credit for a hit, obviously, but did get a walk and an RBI in today's ball game. So he actually reached base twice today. The only walk of the game issued by Paul Skeens came against Brandon Marsh. I can see why. That's scary. Pitch against Brandon Marsh. All right, let's get into the chat check and see how you wonderful people are doing. It's fine morning. Polar Buck, WTF, Alvarado. Number 1 rule in PEDs, don't get caught. Here's my thing on the PEDs. In this day and age, okay, how is it, number 1, that you could do PEDs and think you're gonna get away with it? Number 2, in this day and age, how do you not know what you're taking if that's the excuse Alvarado goes with here? And even more on that point, I heard former big league player David Segui, if you remember him, he was with the Orioles, I think he was with the Mets, and he was definitely with the Mariners for a while. David Segui had this idea years ago that Major League Baseball should either come up with their own brand of supplements or whatever, or a sticker that says MLB approved, or, a list that says, what are you looking to do? Lose weight, Jose Alvarado? Here's what you can take. Take one of these. These are approved. How are we surprised ever? I don't know. For all I know, Major League Baseball has that, but they don't have a sticker. They may have a list. I know everybody takes different things. Everyone's got different trainers or whatever. It's just mind-numbing to me that you either think you're going to get away with it, or you took something you didn't know what was in it. I am of the school that many other people are of, that if you're a professional athlete, you kind of know what you're putting in your body if it has anything to do with your physical well-being. Like a lot of these guys have private chefs that cook for them. They go to those extents, those ends of the earth to make sure that they're putting good things in their body. Just Patrick the second, hello. Abel and Skeens both threw gas. They absolutely did. Brandon Marsh has the game's lone Barbie eyes. Barbie eye. What is a Barbie eye? It still hasn't been explained to me. I hope I'm not saying anything nasty, but yeah, anyway. Evelyn, amazing Abel. Amazing Abel. I like that. Resilient Romano. Marvelous Marchand. All right. That sounds like a wrestler. Marvelous Marchand coming to the ring. What a great debut for Abel. I think it's fine. He got pulled when he did. Okay. Fair enough. Let him go out. A stellar performance and not overdo it. Fantastic. Fair enough. Oh, great base running by Casty. It was great base running, Evelyn. Absolutely. Philly, an incredible job by Abel in the bullpen today. A statistical note for you, Farzy. The Phillies are 15-5 since you played the Godfather music. Say no more. I missed the beginning. Hold on. For the people that have never seen this before, this goes on for an hour and a half. Just kidding. Okay, thank you. All right, there we go. Sweep the Pirates, says King Darius. Absolutely. Great job by Romano stepping in. Absolutely. Bam Man 100, what's poppin'? Runs are going to be few and far between against Skeens, but the boys got it done. Yeah, they were perfect. Go Sixers. Why did the Phillies give Nola that contract? I don't know. Mick is able to pitch. Morgan Landy. I like what you did there. Star Wars busts out the brooms. Thank you, Star Wars. The ump robbed us. I think 3 base runners. Oh, you know what? That actually reminds me of something else. This actually reminds me of something negative. Bryce Harper in the first inning saw 4 fastballs. First pitch of the at-bat was away. The next 2 pitches were in the exact same spot, and he just flailed away at them. And then he struck out on a fastball that was more down and in. But I'm like, you just saw that pitch 3 times. You saw it the first time and you took it. It was a ball. Then you swung at it the next 2 times. What are we doing? And you missed. That was a little odd. It was odd. Go Sixers says a 12-6 curveball was class. It absolutely was. Pat Ryan, hello. Go Sixers. You got to realize Ranger won't be back and Wheeler may only play 1 more season. Huh? Spurgeon King. Farzy giving me Vin Diesel vibes in the shirt. I'm going to assume it's because of the bald head, but in my own head, I'm going to acknowledge I'm going to just because I'm jacked. It's probably because I'm jacked. I'm yoked. Swole. Diesel was a day that we did. It was a word we used back in mud day. Yeah, sure. That's what it is. I had a mountain of bucatini this afternoon, like while I was watching it. I had a mountain of it. It was delicious. Nice red sauce I made, a little marinara, a little gravy if you do. I don't really usually call it. Anyway. All right. Juice, although I did watch Nona's on Netflix. That was fun. Anyway. Juice said Alvarado got caught, said Spurgeon King. Now we can't make fun of Braves fans for Profar. Thanks, Jose. It does take it out. Philly Nate, Farzy, what are your predictions for Abel for the rest of the 2025 season? When does he start again? When does he start again? I don't know. Will he start again? Absolutely. 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 He starts again. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to be in 5 days, 6 days, whatever it is. But Nola being out certainly helps the idea of him coming back and pitching again. Yeah, Phillies start the series, the 4-game set in Colorado against the Colorado Rockies. If you know, you know. Christopher Sanchez against Kyle Freeland tomorrow night, 8:40. Go Sixers. Luzardo, Sanchez, Abel, Painter. We don't need Nola. Wheeler's still in there. Let's not forget. Spurgeon King and I are on the same page. Jose, what's up, buddy? Good to see you back. What a game. A pitcher's duel. It absolutely was. Base running wins the game. Go Nick, says Jose. Matt Forstater, what's up, bud? Wheeler, Luzardo, Sanchez, Abel, Painter, Walker. 6-man rotation. A 6-man Nola-less rotation, you point out. Tommy Shrove, what's up, buddy? Why Marsh? Why not Rojas? because you're going against the righty. That's why. I'm not saying I like it. But, hey, I'm not going to rip Brandon Marsh on a day like today when he got on base twice. Got on base twice against Paul Skeens. Whew. What a day for him. What a day. AfterAlec Bohm being 6'5" saved the day. Yeah, him covering that bag was pretty special. They absolutely needed that. Pasquale, what's going on? You are right. Current pieces got to get it done for the time being. Oh, you're talking about the bullpen. Also, above, I used the wrong word. The report was GPL1 may not make sense. I don't know what's what Alvarado was on. Yeah, I thought it was a weight loss thing. Timothy B. So, yo, Farzy. So it took Nola to suck to be put on the IL. Finally, bring him on the pitching prospect. Finally, bring up one of their pitching prospects. Yep, I guess that's what it took. Jose, I know, man. I know. Brazil-delphia? I'm for it. I can't wait to visit Brazil-delphia. Love it. Shout out to all my people in Brazil. Like a show. Oh, keep it the weird. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. I messed up the everybody loves Raymond references. Oh, I missed. I made the references. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, wait, hold on. New person. I want to get a new person. Hello. Jason WFD. I just joined. Did I miss any Romano impressions? Oh, that's why Spurgeon King said that. There you go. Welcome. All right. What took you so long? Anyway, that's the show, everybody. Phillies, as I mentioned, get it started again tomorrow night. 4-game series in Colorado against the Rockies. That's a 4-game set. That's what the Phillies have on tap for them. Christopher Sanchez gets the ball tomorrow night, 8:40 start time. After the Phillies take on the Rockies for 4, they got another series. It's against a winnable opponent in the Oakland Athletics. A little bit of a West Coast trip. I might be taking a game or 2 off or 3 in that series. I will let you guys know. Coming out of the gate, the Athletics 22-24 on the season. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You guys are great as per usual. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow night for a late one. Rockies, Phillies, 8:40. See you guys then. How about Magic Mick Abel, ladies and gentlemen? Look forward to talking about that tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.